words of an old robot says, I'm back, baby. And so am I doing the rest of this. Now to put little red dots all around. And once I do all that, I will find an interesting hero against well, another character that's not from Calcom, but I'll think of a good one. Namco. Yeah, that's it. Namco. Which I'm pretty sure one of them are from that gaming company. Or different. Climbing video game hero. No, I'm right. It's gonna be whether male or female. This time you guys might have went to maybe close to 12. I was gonna say 12, but I changed my mind on that. Maybe on the 11th. The spoilers will come as soon as possible. I will not say who it's gonna be. I mean, that's gonna be the toughest fighter of them all time. But I do know it's gonna be the most quite improvement until masterpiece of them all. Anyways, let me do this. I haven't done waves like that in a long time, ladies. Also, this is like the third time I had to play the Kirby music on this channel, because who doesn't like Kirby soundtrack? It's been around since the mid-90s. In fact, while I'm doing this, I might get Kirby Forgotten Land on the Switch pretty soon as possible. I mean, those of you already didn't even know I actually recorded Kirby Forgotten Dreamland on the video on this one. Look it up. I did record it, and it's either on this channel or Jay Goose's channel when I was at Best Buy that one time. Oh yeah, there was that Kirby Buffet one, which I played a little bit of it at Target. So there's that. It's kind of tough for me to decide which. Turn that down a little bit. It's really hard to decide for me to find in which Kirby games are my favorite kinds. Anyways, we do these things here. It's really harder to decide if I choose what game of Kirby I play. I heard the 64 is the best one, but it's incredibly short to beat it in less than 2 hours. Or, the other Kirby game that's more challenging is Kirby Dreamland 3, which I also heard is slightly longer than number 2. I mean, if you mess up the puzzles, you'll probably have to start over again and try to get those heart stars. Hold on a second. That one was getting on my nerves since I got the fan on. I'm blowing it here and there. Anyways. Those of you who haven't paid attention the last time, I think my first time I ever played Kirby was the pinball one. And I know I really suck at pinball games, but that was actually my very first Kirby game I ever played it. Put more dots here. I mean, it is hard to play pinball without, and like, save data, without cheating. I mean, I know pinball games are hard, or when you're trying to make sure the ball doesn't fall into the hole. But it's kind of strange that Kirby keeps on being the ball on most of his games, including that Kirby Rump and Tumble, which you had to move that entire air system to Game Boy Color that make him move side to side. Which is not the only time that Nintendo would use certain games to move the entire console controllers, shake the entire screen. It also goes to the same thing to Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy on the Game Boy Advance. Just moving it side to side like how I move this camera like this. Whoop, 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 like that. They also did the same thing to Wario Twisted game. Side to side, it's pretty much like that. I'm the only person that never played a Kirby Rump and Tumble. I'm kind of used to Kirby's platforming on a regular controller on the Game Boy, NES, SNES, most likely the Wii ones, the DS games. I do have the Air Ride game, which is the GameCube one. Also, fun fact, they were gonna do like a Adventure Kirby game, all classic 2D platforming game, but kind of canceled the product idea and never got to be released on the USA, which they also canceled. Although another pretty good game that was gonna be a thing, like Banjo Free E was gonna be on the GameCube, but what we got instead was Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on Xbox 360 since 2008, which I heard that game was a load of crap, or just a huge disappointment of the trilogy. And also I heard they were gonna do like another Diddy Kong game racing on the GameCube, but canceled like that idea, and we got Donkey Konga, which you play the drums on the GameCube, which is a good idea or bad idea. That's why they had to do it all again, just to do Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, where you have to use the drums all the time and clap your hands. Speaking of clapping your hands, I do have like that thing called the clapper toy thing that all orange and pink and all those things that kids used to play. I used to do that all the time when my hands get tired of clapping. It gets like almost irritating just using the hand ability to make Donkey Kong jump. But I'm glad they actually put it on the Wii, because that would be a little bit almost irritating. Tougher. If you know what I mean. Just like that, of course. Just imagine how annoying that would be, just playing the game just like that. Oh, so I'm out of time. See you guys in part 4.